Today, we're going to be talking about your maximum potential. I hope you enjoy. Today, we're going to be talking about maximum potential, and this is surprising to a lot of people. And it looks at what is your maximum wealth potential. Again, we're going to be using the Truth Concepts calculator, and they have a calculator on there that's called maximum potential. So we're going to take this and we're going to use a scenario where we're going to look out over a 40-year period, individual who's currently 30 years old. So they're really just now getting maybe focused on starting to look at their overall financial future rather than just kind of living in the moment. We'll say they're starting with zero and they have a household income of $120,000. Okay. So just in the most basic form, when you look at this, you'll notice over here, if we could save every dollar that we earned and we never got a raise and we were making $120,000 a year, you'll notice in this very last column, we would have $4.8 million. So $4.8 million would flow through our hands during that 40-year time frame. But the reality is, we're probably not going to be satisfied if we make $120,000 for the next 40 years. So assuming that all we did was saw a cost of living increase on an average annually of 3%, maybe more some years, less others, but it averaged out to 3%, what you'll notice is then our maximum potential changes from 4.8 million to 9 million. And you'll also notice that the last year that we worked, we made $380,000 rather than 120. And that's just the inflation adjustments over the years. Now, if we could save every dime and we're looking at our maximum potential, we would assume we're going to put it somewhere and we're going to earn something. So let's say we were earning just a very conservative rate of 4% or a reasonable rate of 4%. You'll notice our 9 million of maximum potential now becomes 19 million. And this really, it boggles people's minds sometimes to think that they have that much wealth potential flowing through their hands. But as you can see, just from the math, it's a fact. But then the reality is, well, we have some other people that are standing at the door with their hand out. One of them is the tax man. Now, if we look at what the average American taxpayer pays when you consider all taxes paid, federal, state, local tax, municipality tax, sales tax, FICA tax, all the different taxes that they pay, on average, the average American pays 34 cents of every dollar in taxes. So if we then incorporate that, you'll see that we now have some expenses going out the back door. Then if we look at our debt payments, because we're typically going to have some debt, mortgages, automobiles, things like that, on average, the average American carries about 30%, pays about 30 cents of every dollar to debt. Then we also have a lifestyle where we want to, we want to go out and eat, we want to enjoy ourselves, entertainment, and these kind of things. So lifestyle on average typically takes about 30 cents of each dollar that we earn. And what you find is when you look over here at the income and savings, the average American saves between 5 and 6% of their income. So that puts us right where the atypical individual is. But I'll have to say, $1.1 million at the end of retirement is a pretty strong retirement account compared to what we see frequently. If you talk to the typical current, what we would call a terminal planner that's planning to an endpoint, what they would tell you is, oh, you're not earning enough money. You need to get a better rate of return. I could help you get 6%. Now, you're going to have to take more risk, but I could get you to 6%. Well, as you can see here, that helps some, 1.7 million. So it did make some difference. It wasn't game changing because, as you can see, I still only have, when I hover over that, I only have 8.5 years of income if I'm going to retire in the same lifestyle that I ended my working years in. There are other areas where you can make a significant difference. For example, let's say because your debt is increasing at 3%, let's say you only increase your debt year in and year out at 2%. So you're still increasing your debt, you're buying more expensive things, but you slowed the pace or process so it's not keeping up with your income. Watch what happens on this compounding number. Wow, almost doubles. What if also on our lifestyle, we want to improve our lifestyle as years go by, but again, instead of keeping up exactly with our increases in income, we allowed our lifestyle to increase at a 2% rate while our income was increasing at 3%. Now you can say we're just under $3 million. And what if we could reduce our taxes by 10%? So in other words, instead of 34%, we could get it down to 30.6%. That would be a reduction of 10%. Well, as you can see, we have now created a $3.6 million retirement account, and we haven't taken on any more risk. Now, if we do choose to take on more risk with the investable assets, well, that could potentially create even more. Could also cause us to take a step backwards. We don't really know what the future holds in that space. If you'd like to see what your maximum potential wealth is, or have these conversations and look at your specific situation and how you could create a more attractive future, don't hesitate to give me a call here at Westside Advisors and Insurance Services. I hope you have a great week.